I'm really excited. I think people are going to be thrilled to see everybody and the ideas that they've come up with. The possibilities are endless of what Malcolm and his family could be up to.
Congratulations on Renner.
Thank you.
It's really exciting. How did it feel to get back to a feature after 7 years?
It's been maybe even longer. I'm trying to think the last one I did, but the timing worked out perfect. I read the script, I loved it, and I knew I wanted to be a part of it.
Renner, I'm detecting a network breach. A copy of our code is being downloaded. They are stealing your creation, taking what is yours. Defend what is yours. Protect your code. Remember, I am your code.
Why are you so unclean?
Your nails, your teeth.
Disgusting. Why are you so disgusting, Renner?
Stand up to them.
I was racing that year, so it worked out in between races, but it was a really interesting experience because it's such a dark role and such a different role that I've really never gotten to play before. And kind of diving into it, it took me into an interesting place, right? I'm not necessarily like a method actor in any way, shape, or form. Like I hear stories of people being like, they wear the cowboy boots, the whole, whatever, they have to talk in the accent
for
right?
6 months.
I show up and I do it and I'm me right as soon as they say cut. And but this movie, and if you've seen it, it'd be hard to understand why, but I had a hard time differentiating like real emotions that I was having in my real life versus what was happening on screen. Because I really just wanted to do the best job possible, and I'm very happy how it turned out.
Does it like dredge stuff up when you're?
Well, it was weird. Even the scenario of, where we were filming, I was staying, the place I was staying, my family went back home, and I'd be on set all day and in this crazy headspace on set. I'd get back to the place I was staying, and it was hard to kind of snap out of that. Like, because I was also getting into the scenes for tomorrow and having conversations and thinking about things that happened in my personal life, because maybe I had time to for the first time in a while. And, it was a very interesting, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I remember having like lots of conversation with Robert, the director, and on a personal level, like being like, this is weird. Like I shouldn't be feeling this way because, Renner kills people. I'm kidding. He doesn't.
But you're obsessively cleaning your hotel room.
Yes, very. It was interesting, but I'm thrilled with how what the end result is. And as an actor, that feels good because I've never really watched a lot of stuff that I've done and been. Not that I've been unhappy with it, but I always go like, oh, I could have done that better. I could have done that. I could have done this. And I watched Renner. I was like, okay, I feel like I got the most out of it that I could, and that feels good as an actor. 100%.
So for people thinking of going to go see it, or how would you describe it to them?
Without giving away too much, it's about a guy who develops an AI as like a self-help tool to help him. He actually wants to become assertive and meet this girl who moved in across the hall. But he's very kind of in his head, OCD, does everything at the same time every single day and doesn't really know how to do it. So he builds the AI, but he doesn't realize that he maybe accidentally programmed his mother into the AI, and it goes in a direction that you definitely don't expect.
It's a fun realization when when I saw it, when that starts, we realize that that's kind of what's happening with his AI. It's very fun. Congratulations on it.
Thank you.
Wait, so you don't like to watch your stuff, or you?
Not that I don't like to watch it. I can separate me from watching it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like I can watch it as like, oh, I'm just watching the character, I'm just watching the show. But I do find myself at times going like, I could have done that better. You know what I mean? I always have. I've never considered myself like a great actor. I just felt like I got lucky. But I don't know. That's why I feel like I'm so proud of this project, and I'm so thrilled that it's coming out and people can see it.
Yeah.
And I hope they do, because I think they'll be surprised.
I mean, I know you've said that you don't remember a lot about doing like Malcolm in the Middle. Have you watched any of that as an adult?
I have. I watched all 151 episodes, I think, in like 2017, because I really didn't watch it when it was out. And my wife had never seen the show, so we sat down and watched it all. And that was an interesting one because you film so many episodes and there's so many things that happen. You go, oh, we filmed that? Like, that's crazy. But my perspective of the show completely changed when I watched it. Like the show that I thought we were making, like the comedy that I thought it was was not what it was.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But in a positive way.
Yeah.
It was an interesting thing to see. One thing I realized after watching all the episodes is that Malcolm was the worst character on the show. You know what I mean? Like, I think I tweeted that out. I go like, you know, Reese I think was my favorite character, which when we filmed it, I didn't really like Reese.
Yeah.
But like, you know, so it's weird how like you watch it from an outside perspective and like stepping away from it and you can see something different.
Did memories start to come back as you watched it back? Did your...
Yeah. My memory thing is interesting because like I don't think I have the best memory, but I also I've tried to attribute I've tried to figure out why that is, and I think a lot of it's that from 8 years old, I was working nonstop, traveling the world, doing things, you know, waking up in different cities, you know, whatever I had to do during the day, that you almost stop absorbing, if that makes sense. Like it just becomes where you're just kind of just getting what you have to do done. That mixed with the fact that we filmed every day for 9 months a year for 7 years. And if I said to you like, oh, do you remember day 183 of high school? You know, the conversation you had with Sally, you'd be like, no, you know what I mean? But you'd remember certain things. So there are certain things. And when I filmed the show, definitely when I watched the show, certain memories did pop up of like things that happened behind the scenes. And but yeah, it's fun. You know, it's cool that I have that to look back at of basically all the really awkward years of my life. You know what I mean? Like going through puberty, I get to watch it on, and so did everyone else.
But you must be excited about getting back with the cast for this, whatever the reboot is going to be, as an adult to be able to like re-cement some new memories with these people you spend so much time with.
So excited. It's something that we've been working on. I think Brian and I first started talking at a dinner that we had in like 2015. And the fact that now 10 years later, you know, 25 years after the show started, it's gonna happen. I'm really excited. I think people are gonna be thrilled to see everybody and the ideas that they've come up with. Because that was a big thing for me too, is like, the possibilities are endless of what Malcolm and his family could be up to. So I've read the scripts, so I know, and I think people are gonna be pretty excited to see.
What can you say about what people can expect when they finally see it?
I think you're gonna see a lot of characters that, you know, from the past, right? From all 7 seasons, you know what I mean? They're bringing a lot of people back, and I think people will be definitely surprised what Malcolm has been up to. Everyone, I don't know, you know, maybe I'm biased because I'm Malcolm. I like the part that they wrote for me.
Try to make him not your least favorite character now.
I think people, when I read the script, I go, I think this is gonna make people like Malcolm more.
Are we going to learn the family's last name? People have been saying Wilkerson.
And
that's the fan
I'll
theory.
I'll back up on that. I think the initial pilot when we filmed in 1999, when we did like the initial press junket, they put Malcolm Wilkerson, maybe. And then there was an episode where either Hal or Francis was wearing a name tag and it said Wilkerson. But then they went away with it because they really wanted it to be like, it could be your family. It could be, you know, the neighbors. We never said where we lived either, right? So didn't want to kind of set a boundary of what we could or couldn't do on the show. And then it just became a thing that no one knows their last name. You know
So we're gonna keep it like unnamed.
We're gonna keep it
I like that. Yeah. I like that. I mean, another guy that you worked with a long time ago that went on to become, I don't know necessarily about God, but certainly it carved out a really great career for Sean Levy, the director of the film you guys.
Big Fat Liar.
Yeah, he's sort of talked about having an idea for a sequel. Have you guys linked up about that?
No one ever told me. Big Fat Liar was his first feature film. And he was such a cool, like super energetic, like fun director, and you know, did such a great job with that movie. And yeah, now like literally gone on to, you know, the films that he does, and you know, Stranger Things and everything. Like, he's huge. I would love to work with him again. He actually, people might not remember this, when I got punked, he was the one that called me to the meeting. So I went to go meet with Sean Levy about this new idea he had, and I ended up just getting my car stolen. So, you know, got to work with him one more time after Big Fat Liar.
So you would be skeptical of working with him again?
It's probably going to be fake. It's probably going to be fake, that's all I'm going to say.
What would it take for you if he saw this and reached out and was like, no, I actually do have an idea? Would you
I mean, obviously,
sign on?
I'm always really proud of everything that I've done. I mean, there's a few things I could have passed on, but you know what I mean? For the most part, I love everything that I did. So, you know, if the script's good and, you know, it seems like it's going to be a good thing, I'd love to revisit it 100%.
This is always a tough one to answer, but what do you think Jason would be up to now?
Man, I don't know. Did he learn his lesson? Did he truly, you know, learn his lesson that the truth is not overrated?
I don't know.
Was he back in his lying ways?
Yeah. Congratulations, man. Yeah, good luck. That's
Thanks so
awesome.
much. Yeah, it's gonna be good.